Hello and welcome to this Trash to Track. Now in this episode I'm going to be looking at this Bachmann Class 40 that's been sent in by Roger. Now when I've steadied the camera, I've actually unboxed it because Roger's address was stuck to the outer box, so I've removed that off the camera. And this is a special edition of 4145 in its preservation era BR Blue cant rail stripe. So unboxing the model, I'll just get the box, set it aside. I immediately come across a fault, and that is that one of the bogie frames is not on properly. Now Roger sent this to me because he said it runs appallingly. It's very, very bad at slow speeds. Makes a horrible noise when it's running and basically has a lack of speed to it. So I'm going to have a look, but somebody's obviously been in here before. There's a little bit of fluff there on the axles. But that bogie frame's wedged in, so I'm just going to get my tweezer nose pliers. Just pop that off there, and it comes off easily. And I'm going to strip down and service the model. Now immediately there's a lot of old grease on here. But looking at it, there is old grease, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough to stop it running. You can see there, look, there's thick orange grease on the end of that toothpick. Virtually the same as earwax, so it's not looking very good. So it needs a complete strip down and rebuild. Now to take the body off one of these 40s, there are 8 screws. There are 2 under each nose and then 2 either side of the fuel tank. So once you've undone those 8 screws, the body shell should just lift off. This model is one of the earlier 40s, so there's no light wiring or anything like that to worry about. They are DCC ready, but they don't have lights or anything like that, like I say. And there we go, the chassis block, DCC, well you can't see it because I'm holding it off the camera, but the PCB and that's there for the 8-pin socket. Now to remove the bogies, you undo these clips, which allows you to pull the wires off for ease of servicing. I have quite a big fleet of Class 40s and I've soldered all my wires on, which gives good connectivity to the wires, but makes servicing them a pain in the arse. To remove the bogie, you undo this screw here, and then the bogie will just pull out and the wires will come with it. Now I'm going to rest that chassis on a lid, and here we have the bogie. Now I've took the bogie frame off, as you saw me do that. The wheels just clip into the chassis, the brass bearings just clip into the plastic. Now when I turn this with my hand, it is very, very tight, as in the gears will only go round 3/4 of a way before jamming up. Now I've never seen this before on a Bachmann 40. Like I said, I've got, 7 of these of my own, which I fully service and they run in the garden. And the bogies should be free running. When you remove the worm gear and flywheel, when you remove this, so pull the drive shaft out, and then the worm gear just unclips because it pushes in, there you go, pushes in that little lug at the front. The bearings on there are relatively stiff with the congealed oil and grease, so I'll give these a clean up. But the gears in here should now turn freely. Look at that, there's a lot of hair in that on there, so I'm going to have to clean all that out. A cotton bud with some contact cleaner on it is going to remove this old oil and excess grease, which is all in this drivetrain and all inside the bogie frames. But as I was saying, the gears in this, now the worm gear has been removed, the gears should turn freely. In fact, I should be able to put the wheels back in and push it along and the wheels should turn. But this model, it doesn't. So I'm spraying it with contact cleaner, thinking it's probably just congealed oil and grease, because this model was probably getting on for the best part of 15 to 18 years old now. So I'm cleaning it all up, and then I'm hoping some fresh lubrication will free those drive gears up. But unfortunately it doesn't, and as you can see, when I try and rotate that, it gets to a point where it locks solid, and it takes quite a bit of force to get it to move. Now I've never come across this on a Bachmann model before, and I'll be honest with you, it puzzled me. I didn't quite know what was wrong with it. Now rubbing it along my finger there, it should turn freely, but there is so much resistance. I'm really not sure what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thoroughly strip the bogie down. I'm actually going to take the pickups off and take all the gears out. Before I do that, I clean all the wheels up, the axles and the bearings. Again, cotton bud soaked in contact cleaner will remove all the gunk and grime that's on there. And then I put the wheels back in the bogie frame and then push it along. Now those wheels should go along freely, and they're not. They are locking up solid. So to remove the pickups, you need to remove these tiny little silver screws. The plastic lugs on this one were just lugs, as in the brass bit just fit over them. On some of my early Class 40s, those plastic lugs have been melted over, so you have to cut them off. But it doesn't really matter because the pickups are screwed in place anyway. And then using a pin, I'm pushing all the gear axles out to remove all the gears. So this bogie is now thoroughly stripped. There's nothing left on it that I can do. And I do check it's all square, make sure the plastic hasn't warped or anything over time, which is locking the gears up, and the bogie frame seems to be okay. The gears indeed themselves look to be okay. I was expecting a split gear missing tooth or something like that. So now the gears are out, I'm going to give them another thorough clean with the contact cleaner, because I couldn't quite get inside the bogie frame while they were inside, inside that plastic there. So I'm going to make sure everything is as clean, as grease-free as possible. And I also do the gear spindles as well, or the gear axles, whatever you want to call them. Now, one thing I did notice on a couple of gears was there was a plastic leftover sprue from the injection moulding mark. So I just get a scalpel, and I don't know if you can see it there, but I'll try and show you. Look, there's a round nodule right at the end of that scalpel blade. So I shave that down in case that was catching on something on the inside. I don't think it was, but I'm going to try anything I can to get these gears to turn freely. And once I thoroughly cleaned them and got rid of those injection moulding pins, I then start putting the gears back together. Now I do this by, I just push the gear spindles back in, and I'm hoping this time, right, that gear at the top there, which the worming gauge is in, spins freely on its own. And I put all the gears back in, and nothing. It goes around about 3/4 of the way and then locks completely solid. So there's something wrong with one of these gears, and I'm beginning to think these gears are the wrong gears for this model. I think they are either for a Class 37, maybe a Peak. These bogies could have been replaced. The gears, they're not right. Now this bogie here, this one that turns freely, is off the 40 that fell off the garden. So this is one of my spare ones. So I also get another 40 of mine, this green one, which I'm doing up as Lusitania. And I strip this down, and just out of pure curiosity, because what I want to see is the gears that are in Roger's 40 are slanted. So the gear teeth are at an angle. And I'm just copying here to make sure that the gear teeth are in the correct way round, which they are. But they're still locking up. So I'm going to order a new set of gears from Bachmann, and I'm going to see if a new set of gears will solve this problem. Like I said, I've never come across this, and it was a real head scratcher, and I spent a lot longer than I probably should have done. Here's another spare 40 bogie that I've got. And the gears on this one are actually straight. They've not got the slant on the gear teeth. But I'll show you what I mean by the fact that it runs absolutely freely. And this bogey's been in storage for God knows how long. So there's definitely something amiss with Roger's Class 40. And both of the bogies on Roger's Class 40 were locking up. So I have a suspicion that in the past, or it's either a manufacturing error, or in the past, somebody's been in here. You see, look at that wheel, look, it won't even turn. But somebody's been in here and their wrong gears have been fitted. So this is several days later. Now I've rebuilt this bogie. Now this has got new gears in it from Bachmann. Brand new gears. I've put the original wheels back in, and now it seems to be running freely. I can turn the drive shaft. I've put the worm gear back in. I can turn the drive shaft and nothing is clamming up. It's turning round. There's no friction, which means there's no strain on the motor. So I'm hoping we've sorted that. So what I'm going to do, I'll just show you how to put the bogies back together. Now there is a small plastic hole for the pickup wires to go through. So I slide them in place and then secure the brass pickups on those two plastic lugs. Replace this tiny little silver screw. Put the worm gear back in, wheels on, a dab of fresh lubrication, and then the bogies are fully overhauled, ready for testing. So there we go, that's that back in place. Just pull the pickups out a little bit so they make good contact with the wheel backs. Small amount of grease on the end of that drive shaft, just as it fits in the drive shaft cup. And there we go. And then, like I said, the wheels go in. The bearings just clip into the plastic bogie frames, hold the pickups out the way, and it just clips in like that. There's a sprung, the rear axle is sprung. It doesn't pick up any current, the rear axle, it is just sprung. This keeper piece needs to be replaced on top of the worm gear. This is also the bogie mount, which screws in through the die-cast chassis. So this is put back into place. And the two screws that we removed earlier are tightened up. And then, like I said, a small amount of this PTFE grease from Woodland Scenics. Just put it on all the gears. Now remember, these gears are brand new. There's absolutely no lubrication in there whatsoever at the moment. So I'm going to put that in there. And then what I'll do is I'll run it or turn it around my fingers to spread it. And then add a little bit more if needed. The rear axle's put back. Let's get this out of the way. And there we go. Just turning that with the... turning the drive shaft with my fingers spreads that grease through there. And yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on that rear axle because it sits in that metal bearing. I've also cleaned the bogie frames as well. I've removed all the old grease and oil off those. And I've also given the wheels and the wheel backs a clean with a cotton bud and contact cleaner. And then the bogie clips back on. Now you engage the two front clips behind that pony wheel there. Line the whole thing up correctly, unlike it was when I got it out of the box. And then it will just clip back into place with gentle pressure at the rear. It snaps back into place when it's lined up properly. There we go. And then turn that. It's still free turning. Yeah, I'm happy with how this is now. It's loads better than what it was. And then the most difficult bit I find is putting the bogie back on. Now the pickup wires thread through holes in the die-cast chassis block. And then you have to line up the drivetrain with the drivetrain cup on the motor, which is buried deep in there. Now, I don't put it on video very well because it's not easy to film. But all I do is line the drive shafts up with a drive cup, push it in gently. Whoops, not like that, because now it fell out again. But I line it up, push it in gently, making sure that it's correctly lined up. Just turning it with my finger there if need to be. And once it pops in, the bogie locating screw pops through the top of the chassis, and then you can tighten the screw up. When you tighten these screws up, especially on Bachmann Class 40s and Peaks, do not screw it all the way down, as you will screw the bogie in place and it won't pivot. Then the wires are threaded back through the PCB and are held in place with these black plastic retainers, which, well, you can see to the left I've put that one on upside down, but it doesn't really matter. So I overhauled both bogies on this Class 40. They've both got brand new gears in, and it's had a thorough service and clean. Unfortunately, the detail pack was missing, so I couldn't fit the missing lamp irons. But I do like Bachmann Class 40s. I know they have their faults, but to me they look like a 40. And when properly maintained and they've got the correct gears in them, they will haul anything you put behind them. And like I said, I've got several of them. I've got about 8 of these in my fleet, so they must be a good model. If you've got an engine or anything you'd like to see repaired, repainted, DCC fitted, please email me at dansmodelrailways@gmail.com. Have a look at getting it sent over, and who knows, it may even feature in an episode all of its own. So I'll leave you now with some shots of Roger's Class 40 running around the layout, with the previous week from a few weeks ago, the Peak running around on a lengthy freight. This Class 40 was running in 30 minutes in each direction, and indeed Roger's got it back now and emailed me to say that it runs better now than it ever has before. So that's a bit of a result in my eyes. So thanks again for watching Trash to Track. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye for now.